Relationship question, Rob.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. Me and my girlfriend got together 3 years ago in college and moved in together 8 months ago. Talking about her family, her biological father died in a car accident when she was just 2 years old. 4 years later, her mother remarried a man who has a 1-year-old son younger than my girlfriend. She has a great relationship with her stepfather and is especially close to her stepbrother because they were both little children when they met and have grown up together. She is very affectionate with him and vice versa, and I always found it quite endearing before we moved in together. He works closely to where we live and visits our apartment usually once a month. When he comes, I've noticed unusual physical intimacy between them, like extended, very tight hugs, hand-holding, cuddling on the sofa when watching TV, and I found it quite uncomfortable.
Pause.
Hold on.
Stepbrother.
Her stepbrother. But
And
they were,
her
yeah, she was 2 and he was 1 when
Right.
they met.
got together.
Mm-hmm.
But the girl and the stepbrother are
The
engaged.
boyfriend is
Usually-
uncomfortable with the relationship
Got it.
of the...
It's like that episode of Friends. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Last night, we were just casually talking about various things. When the topic turned to families, I said to her that it's great that she has such a wonderful relationship with her stepfather and brother, despite not being biologically related. She laughed and said that she and her brother has taken enough advantage of the fact that they are not biological siblings. I was very weirded out by this conversation and asked her to explain. She said that they used to fool around a lot, then caught herself mid-sentence and seemed to realize what she said. She immediately changed the subject and went down saying that she forgot to do laundry. I did not talk anything else and went to sleep. Today, she was acting normally, went to her job, working from home, but can't focus at all considering how strange last night's talk was.
That's weird.
Would they have had any illicit relations? I really want to be wrong in this, but how would I talk to her about this without making it all sound disgusting?
It's creepy.
Are they still step siblings?
Yeah.
Are the parents
Yeah.
still married? Well, no.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really change much.
That doesn't
Well, it
change
depends.
it.
Like if they got divorced when, I don't know, 20 years ago.
Morally, there's
Of
technically...
course.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Let's break this down. Okay? So if just because 2 people grow up in the same house, right? Like let's say we had a commune and my son and your daughter were friends from the time they were in our tummies and around each other since babies. And then when they grew up, they ended up hooking up. There would be nothing weird about that,
Right.
right? But because the parents are married, that
from a
changes
government
it.
convention.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at first I'm like, that's so creepy and weird and all of that. But
If you sit with it and think about it.
is it?
Right. Because they're like forced brother and sister, but
Right.
they're not actually related.
Right. So I'm confused.
Yeah. I think your instant reaction, just as a society in the world, you're like, oh my God. But then when you actually think about it.
Yeah, biologically, there's nothing
Right.
linking them. I mean,
Obviously, she didn't think it was weird to say to her boyfriend, like, we fooled around.
Yeah, you just hook up with my brother, whatever.
I think the bigger concern is that she's still that comfortable around him while in a relationship with
Right.
the
Like the
boyfriend.
boyfriend's.
Yeah, well,
uncomfortable.
that is the part that needs to be discussed is the boundaries of like, regardless of what happened in the past, this is a boundary I have in a current relationship where your guys' physical intimacy makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That would be
Snuggling
the
with an
convert.
ex that
Yeah.
isn't your stepbrother.
I would say snuggling. If I walked in and saw Jeff snuggling on
Or
the couch
holding
with
hands.
anyone, I would be wigged out, especially
What if
his
David and Jeff
sister.
were like, you like came home.
That would be the most
Well, yeah, what would you do?
traumatizing experience of my life.
I'm just picturing it.
That's just
And then he just casually said that they used to hook up.
But
Well,
I mean,
she clearly understands that it's going to be taken to be weird.
yeah, because it's taboo.
Yeah.
You know, but if you really break it down, it's like, what is so weird about that? To me, it's probably a little weird because they were probably really young. That's the part that's like, ooh.
Yeah, like how old?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is different living in a commune and not living in a commune. They grew up in a home together
Yeah.
and had a
But also
sibling
kids-
relationship
And
from
they
a
were
young age.
in the same house, around the same age, and kids go through curiosity, whatever.
100%.
So I don't know.
But it's
They
weird. Their
do.
relationship, though, as siblings, even though they're not biological, it'd be the same as you and David.
No, it's not.
What?
Because we're biological.
No,
But
they
their
share
relationship
the
growing
same-
up is the same.
That's
Like
disgusting.
I know, but
Yeah, no,
what doesn't
that's like-
change? I'm saying
Oh,
No, wait, we just took a weird turn.
ugh.
I'm saying though, like
Yeah.
in this situation, she was 2 and he was 1,
Yeah, that's gross.
and they grew up in the same house together. That's the same
But
as you
there's
and your
some-
brother, or you and your brother.
But there's
Like the-
something written in our DNA that makes it like, because I don't know what that is. It's like, if you say that, there's something inside of me that's like, those, like, it's like repulsive.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that is our DNA so that we don't procreate.
So
with
you
our-
think it's just instinctually making that happen? That there's
Yeah, I do. I think there's something, I think we might have talked about this, that there was a brother and sister
Yeah.
that the parents were going through a divorce while she was pregnant. It was twins. They gave birth to the babies. The father took one child and the mother took another child. And they were like, that's it, splitsies. Okay. Yeah, the kids came together, fell in love, got married, and they are in a relationship. They are biological brother and sister.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
My point was more though that the biological aspect isn't necessarily what would make it creepy.
That's what makes
I mean,
it
it's
creepy.
both. It's both. But the fact that you would have had the same relationship with David whether he had a different dad or not, growing up in a household together.
But we have the same mom. We have the same DNA.
I understand that.
So, but
I'm not defending it. I'm saying, though, I don't think her relationship, regardless of it being biological or not, would be any different with her brother.
the actual relationship.
You're saying
Actual
Okay,
relationship.
yeah. I get it. Right.
That familiar relationship
But there
between
is
siblings.
something different.
What I'm asking is
I think
it
there's something different, and I think it's genetic.
It's
I think-
purely instinctual that's making it repulsive, or
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it's relationship based. I feel like it's like a genetic component that we get an aversion to that
I
because
think it's both though. Like I think if they would have adopted David, it wouldn't have like all of a sudden. And you from how old? What's the age difference between the two of you?
7 years. Can
Okay,
we
well,
use
that
her as an example, please?
No, I
I'm
still
getting
have 4.5
grossed out.
years.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
What's your
the fact
difference
that
between you and your sister?
they're so close in age.
Wait,
and
well, how
in
many
this
years
house,
between you and
doesn't
your sister?
matter.
Tell us, Rob.
The fact
How
that they're so
many?
close in age, even if it was adopted, wouldn't have changed that relationship.
Yeah, I get it.
between
I wonder
siblings.
how much that happens.
How many
though.
years, Rob?
Like
So many. 7.
I wonder
No.
how much that happens with step siblings.
Is it a
4.
year
It's
and
the
a
same
half?
as you. It's
Oh, it's
4.
4.
It's you, yeah.
You know?
Say it again.
I wonder how much that happens with step siblings.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Where it's like they grow up together, they're brother and sister, but like I think that there's something.
I think it depends
someone's
on the age that it's happening. Like I think if
Yeah.
you're like kids in this case, 2 and 1, like they don't know any better that they're not biologically related. I think to them it's the same. But if it's like a 13-year-old and he's got a 16-year-old sister that's coming into the equation, that's going to be different.
he could very much be attracted to her.
Right.
Yeah. So weird.
So weird.
There's something about biological that's weird. So I know someone who was married, maybe not married. She had a baby with her second cousin.
Mhm.
And a few different people in their family are married to their cousins.
What? Who?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, but so the biological thing is the only thing that makes it weird for you?
My first instinct was like, gross, that's weird. But then when you think about it, it's like, what's the difference other than growing up in the same home? Then
Well, I mean, there's like two big components of it. It's the biological piece and then the like family piece. Because
it's just biological, because to me, it's not just as much about the family piece. Like, let's say, for instance, I have another brother, right, that I didn't grow up with, that we met later on in life. It's equally as disgusting to think about because he is my biological brother.
Right.
To me, it's the biological part. So if they're not biological,
except on first thought, you were repulsed by.
On first thought, I was 100% repulsed. What about you? Can we not talk to me anymore?
Olivia.
Yeah, no, the first thought is just a reaction because you always react. And the reaction is, what? Like, no way. Right?
Yeah.
But like thinking about it more and not knowing the situation, you're like, well, they're not biological. So it's just an interesting topic, I think, to talk about and think about because of what's ingrained in us and like just reacting to it. I don't know. I don't like this topic.
Yeah, I guess to me, I think biological or not.
Bless you.
If you have a sibling that you've known since you were born, you would still have the same relationship.
You would.
I don't think the
I
biological
understand that argument of growing up as brother and sister. Bless you.
I have one of our audience members that always writes me "bless you" during our.
Are you serious? I know she always sneezes.
Here's the thing. So it's not just biological.
Okay.
And here's why. If we were to do a DNA test and we were to find out your brother
weren't actually biological,
if your brother wasn't,
no chance
you wouldn't
that's my
decide
brother.
to get married
right.
to him.
That's right. That's a good point.
If you found that out, I would still be like, that's the most disgusting thing in the world.
I'm trying to. I think it's the two things.
Right.
I think the biological
that's
thing,
fair.
there is something instinctually happening, but then there's also that component.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We did it, guys.
We
solved it.
We solved it.
All right. Well.
Anyways, it was
okay.
That's a good note to end this episode on.
What note was it?
That she wouldn't decide to marry her brother if she found out that they're not.
Oh my God, I think that was a joint.
Never.
No, my God, you guys. Please, I just can't. Like, can we just not? Stop.
Why does it like, it's so gross.
Stop.
Like, what is that?
Stop. Nope. What about
Do
you,
feel
Rob,
like
marrying your sister?
No.
How does that feel?
All right, let's end this one.
All right. Thanks, everybody.